we're continuing this series called The Way to Life. And in a word, in a name, the way to life is Jesus. He's the one who's provided the way for us to experience life. We've talked this last couple weeks about Jesus here in John chapter 10 being the good shepherd. And he is the one who, and even the imagery in the text, reminds us a little bit of Psalm 23. Psalm 23, I think it was the first, maybe in the second scripture I memorized as a little kid, right? The Lord is my shepherd. What did it go? No, I'm kidding. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I lack nothing, right? He leads me beside quiet waters. He leads me to green pastures. He restores my soul, right? And Jesus is talking about being the good shepherd and how he loves the sheep, cares for the sheep. He leads the sheep. They listen to his voice. It's this loving good shepherd that Jesus is. And then last week, we saw where Jesus says, I am the gate. In fact, in verse 9, he says, I am the gate, and the way of salvation is through me, right? This is Jesus being the way to life. In that 10th verse, John 10:10, another good one to memorize because it's so helpful for us, where he says, the thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. Jesus is the way to life. And whereas the other shepherds, and certainly the enemy of our souls, Satan, who hates God, right? And he hates us so much. Don't ever think that Satan's offering you anything good. He may come as an angel of light. He may tempt you with appealing things, but it's never for your good. And it's never for God's glory. Lucifer's whole intent is to have for himself the glory that belongs to God only. So he comes and he, in the lives of humans, and we see it all over. You've experienced this to some degree, I'm confident, where the enemy of our souls comes and he kills, he steals, he destroys. But Jesus says, and I love this phrase, I have come. Why did Jesus come to earth? He says, I have come that you may have life and have it to the full. Right? Looking ahead into John chapter 14, this is the night before Jesus would actually go to the cross. He'd already washed the disciples' feet, and he talks about going ahead of them. And they say, I think it was Philip who said, Lord, how can we know where you're going? How can we know the way? And Jesus says in verse 6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me. The disciples were saying, you're going somewhere. We want to follow, but we don't know where you're going, so we can't follow you. They were thinking of a physical destination, and Jesus is saying, no, I am the way. The way of life is a person. A way of life is Jesus. He is the cornerstone. He is the one who has come and has offered salvation to people.